All right, let's talk about one of the most frustrating human experiences ever, getting stuck in a totally pointless argument. We're going to flip that on its head and turn it into a powerful skill, one that actually builds better solutions and, believe it or not, stronger relationships.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's that conversational quicksand. You're just going around and around in circles, you're getting more and more heated, and it feels like the other person just isn't hearing you. It's a total dead end.
Well, this thing has a name. It's called the blame game. And it's our go-to instinct, isn't it? Find out who's at fault, prove that you're right and they're wrong. But here's the secret about the blame game. It's not just that you can't win, it's that it's designed so that everyone loses.
So let's dig into that. Why is this approach such a dead end? What is actually going on that makes these conversations so, well, useless?
Just look at these tropes. They probably feel super familiar. We get laser focused on whose fault it is, and we completely forget that we're supposed to be looking for a solution. We just end up repeating the same points, maybe a little louder each time, as if that's gonna help. And the result? We're not even having the same conversation anymore. We're just talking past each other, getting emotionally drained, and we are no closer to fixing anything.
Okay, but what if there's a way out of this mess? Well, there is, and it starts by completely shifting our focus. We have to stop arguing about what happened and start getting curious about the real why behind it all.
Now, there's a kind of fancy term for this idea, interest-based negotiation. But don't let the jargon fool you. All it really means is looking past what people are demanding on the surface and digging down to the core of what they truly need, what they're afraid of, or what they really desire. It's all about the why behind the what.
You know, the iceberg analogy is absolutely perfect here. Our position, that's what we say we want. It's just the tip of the iceberg, the part everyone can see. But our interests, that's the massive hidden part below the water. All our needs, our fears, our concerns. And trust me, the real argument is almost never about that tiny tip. It's always about the huge chunk of ice you can't see. So getting this idea is one thing, but actually putting it into practice, that's gonna require some new tools. So let's open up the toolbox and see what's inside.
And this isn't just about changing your mindset, you know? It's about changing your skill set. To get from finding the why to figuring out the how, you have to learn a few new ways of communicating.
It really boils down to 3 core skills. First up, interactive listening. And I mean really listening to understand, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Second, joint problem solving. This is huge. It's about framing the issue as us against the problem, not me against you. And third, and we're gonna zoom in on this one because it's so critical, is understanding perceptions. Yeah, this third skill, honestly, it can be the biggest game changer of all. It's based on this really powerful idea that 2 people can go through the exact same thing and walk away with 2 completely different but equally valid truths. I really want you to let this quote sink in for a second. The other person's truth is never a lie to them. It's just their truth. Now, this doesn't mean you have to agree with them, not at all. It just means you have to accept that from where they stand, with their experiences and their information, what they believe feels 100% real. This is the heart of what's called having a partial perception. Okay, so we've got our new toolkit. We're listening interactively, we're problem solving together, and we're understanding perceptions. That's great, but how does this actually help us escape that blame game we were stuck in at the beginning? This is where it all comes together. This is the payoff. We can now use these tools to build a totally new way of handling conflict, one that's all about solving problems, not pointing fingers. So the next time someone blames you for something, your first instinct is probably to get defensive, right? Instead, I want you to try getting curious. See their blame not as an attack, but as, well, as badly packaged information about their needs. Ask a question like, okay, help me understand why that was so frustrating for you. See what that does? It shifts the entire dynamic from you did this to how can we solve this? You go from accusation to investigation. And that is the ultimate breakthrough right there. The moment you stop looking for a villain and you start looking for a solution together, the argument completely transforms. It's no longer a fight. It becomes a collaboration, a shared project to fix something that just isn't working for either of you. So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Think about it. What conversation in your life right now, at work, with your family, anywhere, could you completely change, not by winning it, but just by being the first one to ask why?